Hello students. In the chapter 2nd, parallel lines, we have studied interior angles theorem, corresponding angles theorem, alternate angles theorem. Similarly, we have studied interior angle test, alternate angles test, corresponding angles test. We have proved the sum of measures of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Today we are going to solve problem set 2, which is based on all these properties. Problem set 2. First one, select the correct alternative and fill in the blanks in the following statements. First one, if transversal intersect two parallel lines, then the sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is dash. So here we know that if lines are parallel, interior angles are supplementary. In the figure, x and y interior angles, they are supplementary, their sum is 180 degree. Therefore, the option is option C, 180 degree. Question number 2. The number of angles formed by a transversal of two lines is dash. So when two lines and their transversal intersect, at the point of intersection, 4 angles are formed and therefore total 8 angles are formed. Therefore, the correct option is option C, 8. Question number 3. A transversal intersect two parallel lines. If the measure of one of the angle is 40 degree, then the measure of corresponding angle is. We know that when lines are parallel, corresponding angles are congruent. In the figure, one of the corresponding angle AMQ is given as 40 degree. So the corresponding angle MNS is equal to also 40 degree. Therefore, correct option is option A, 40 degree. Question number 4. In triangle ABC, angle A is 76 degree, angle B is 48 degree. You have to find out angle C. We know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degree. That is sum of measures of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. 76 plus 48 plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle C is equal to 180 degree minus 124 degree. That is equal to 56 degree. Therefore, the correct option is option B, 56 degree. Question 5. Two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal if measure of one of the alternate interior angles is 75 degree, then measure of the other angle is. We know that if lines are parallel, alternate angles are congruent. Therefore, if one of the angle is 75 degree, definitely other alternate angle is also 75 degree. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, 75 degree. Question number 2. A ray PQ and ray PR are perpendicular to each other. Point B and A are in the interior and exterior of angle QPR respectively. A ray PB and ray PA are perpendicular to each other. Draw figure showing all these rays and write a pair of complementary angles, pair of supplementary angles, and a pair of congruent angles. From the given information, we'll draw figure. A ray PQ is perpendicular to ray PR. It means the angle between them is 90 degree. Point B is in the interior of angle QPR and point A is in the exterior. Again, ray PB, this is ray PB, this one is ray PA. Ray PB and ray PA are perpendicular to each other. It means this angle between them is 90 degree. Now what I have to write? I have to write pair of complementary angles, pair of supplementary angles, and congruent angles. First one, Complementary angles. What do you mean by complementary angles? When the sum of measures of two angles is 90 degree, angles are called complementary angles. Here, look at the figure. Angle QPB, this angle, plus this angle. It means that is equal to QPR, which is 90 degree. So, angle QPB plus angle BPR is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, angle QPB and angle BPR form pair of complementary angles. We got first pair of complementary angles. Second one, angle BPR and angle APR. Look at the figure. This one is the sum of angle BPR and APR is again 90 degree. Therefore, angle BPR and angle APR form pair of second complementary angles. Now, we have completed this one. Pair of supplementary. What do you mean by supplementary angles? Their sum is 180 degree. Now, I know that angle QPR and angle APB, the measures are 90 plus 90, that is 180, and therefore angle QPR and angle APB form pair of supplementary angles. Now I have to find out congruent angles. As I know that angle QPR, see, this is angle QPR, measure is 90 degree. Angle APB, measure is again 90 degree. Therefore, angle QPR congruent angle APB each 90 degree. Thus, we get first pair of congruent angles. Now, from statement 1, angle QPB plus angle BPR is equal to 90 degree. From statement 2, angle BPR plus angle APR is 90 degree. So, from 1 and 2, what I will get? Angle QPB plus angle BPR is equal to angle BPR plus angle APR. This BPR will get cancelled. So, what I will get? Angle QPB is equal to angle APR. It means angle QPB is congruent to angle APR. Thus, I get second pair of congruent angles. Question number 3. Prove that if a line is perpendicular to one of two parallel lines, then it is perpendicular to the other line also. In the figure, I have taken line L parallel to line M, and line N is the transversal such that this line N is perpendicular to line L. Two lines are parallel. Line N is perpendicular to one of line L. What I have to prove? I have to prove line N is parallel to another line. Which one is the another line? Line M. This I have to prove. Line L is parallel to line M and line N is their transversal. What is corresponding angles theorem? When lines are parallel, corresponding angles are congruent, and therefore this is angle EPB and this angle, which is this angle PQD. Angle EPB is congruent to angle PQD. Reason, corresponding angles theorem. But it is given that line N is perpendicular to line L. Since line is perpendicular, this angle is 90 degree. Therefore, angle EPB is equal to 90 degree. Angle EPB is congruent to angle PQD and angle EPB is 90 degree. So, what I will get? Angle PQD is equal to 90 degree. From statement 1 and 2. What did I prove? This angle is 90 degree. This I have proved. Since this angle between this line M and line N is 90 degree, and therefore line N is perpendicular to line M. Hence we have proved that this line N is also perpendicular to line M. Question number 4. In a figure, measure of some angles are shown. Using measures, find the measure of angle X and angle Y
and hence show that line L is parallel to line M.
Here in the figure, this is line L, this is line M, this one is the transversal, this angle is given as X, this one is 130, this is Y and this one is 50. You asked to find angle X, angle Y, and I have to prove line L is parallel to line M. First one, what type of angles are these? They form pair of vertically opposite angles, and we know that vertically opposite angles are congruent, and therefore the first one, angle X is equal to 130, as X and 130 they are vertically opposite angles. Again, Y and 50 they form pair of vertically opposite angles, and we know that vertically opposite angles are congruent. Y is equal to 50 degree. Now how to prove this line L is parallel to line M? See X and 50. This is angle X. This one is 50. They form shape C. It means they are interior angles. And I know that if interior angles are supplementary, means their sum is 180 degree and lines are parallel. Now here I will add X and 50. Angle X, I know measure of angle X is 130 plus 50. 130 plus 50, that is 180 degree. Here interior angles are supplementary, and therefore line L is parallel to line M. Reason, interior angles test.
Number 5, line AB is parallel to line CD and parallel to line AF. Line QP is their transversal. If y is to z is 3:7, find the measure of angle X.
Here line AB is parallel to line CD is parallel to line EF. This is given. Y is to Z, the ratio is 3:7. I have to find X. Now since the ratio is given, ratio is how much? Y is to Z is 3:7. We assume common multiple. Let the common multiple be A, and therefore let Y is equal to 3A degree and Z is equal to 7A degree. Now consider these two lines, line CD and line EF, they are parallel to each other, and line PQ is the transversal. This is given. So angle LMC, this angle is congruent to this angle MNE. Since they are corresponding angles, since lines are parallel, corresponding angles are congruent. This is called corresponding angles theorem. This one is Y, and therefore angle MNE is also Y. Now consider these two angles. This is angle MNE and angle MNF. Angle MNE plus angle MNF is equal to 180 degree. Linear pair angles are supplementary. Substituting value, this is Y, this one is Z. Y plus Z is equal to 180. But we know that Y is equal to 3A degree. Z is equal to 7A degree. 3A degree plus 7A degree is equal to 180 degree. 3A plus 7A is 10A. 10A is 180 degree. A is equal to this. If I transfer this 10, so it will become 180 degree upon 10, that is 18 degree. Once I get A, I can find out Y. Y is equal to 3A, that is 3 into 18, that is 54 degree. Now I will consider these two lines, line AB and this one is line CD. This is angle X, this is angle Y. So line AB, parallel line CD, line PQ is the transversal, angle ALM plus angle LMC is equal to 180 degree. Lines are parallel, interior angles are supplementary. Measure of angle ALM is X, measure of angle MNC is Y. X plus Y is equal to 180 degree. I know that Y is equal to 54 degree. Therefore, X plus 54 is equal to 180 degree. X is equal to 180 minus 54. Therefore, x is equal to 126 degree.
Question number 6. In a figure, if line Q is parallel to line R, line P is their transversal, and if A is equal to 80 degree, find the values of F and G.
Line Q is parallel to line R and this line P is the transversal. Angles are given A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. One more, angle A is given 80 degree. You are asked to find angle F and angle G. First one, see this angle A and angle C. They form vertically opposite angles, and we know that vertically opposite angles are congruent. Statement number 1. Angle A is congruent to angle C, vertically opposite angles. We know that angle A is 80 degree and therefore angle C is equal to also 80 degree. Now, this line Q is parallel to line R and line P is the transversal. So, this angle C and angle F, they form pair of interior angles, and we know that if lines are parallel, interior angles are supplementary, means their sum is 180 degree. Angle C plus angle F is equal to 180 degree. Substituting value of angle C, that is 80 degree, plus angle F is equal to 180 degree. I will transfer this plus 80 to that side, so it becomes minus 80. Angle F is equal to 180 degree minus 80 degree, that is 100 degree. Now, look at the figure. Angle F and angle G, they form linear pair angles, and we know that linear pair angles are supplementary. Therefore, angle F plus angle G is equal to 180 degree. Reason, linear pair angles are supplementary. Substituting angle F as 100 plus angle G is equal to 180 degree, and angle G is equal to 180 degree. This plus 100 will become minus 100. 180 degree minus 100 degree is equal to 80 degree.
Question number 7. In a figure, if line AB is parallel to line CF and line BC is parallel to line ED, then prove that angle ABC is equal to angle FDE.
Line AB is parallel to line CF. Line BC is parallel to line ED. What you have to prove? Angle ABC, this angle, I have to prove congruent with this angle. Okay, see how will I prove? First, I will consider these two lines. This is line AB, this is line CF, they are parallel, and line BC is the transversal. So what will I get? This angle is congruent to this angle, as I know that they form pair of alternate angles. Angle ABC is equal to angle BCD, alternate angles. Lines are parallel, alternate angles are congruent. This is called alternate angles theorem. Now, I will consider line BC is parallel to line ED and line CF is the transversal. Then this angle is congruent to this angle. They form corresponding angles. Angle BCD is equal to angle FDE, corresponding angles. If lines are parallel, corresponding angles are congruent. This is called corresponding angles theorem. This is the first angle congruent to second angle, and second angle is congruent to third angle. So from statement 1 and 2, angle ABC is equal to angle FDE from statement 1, 2 and transitivity. What is transitivity? When the first angle is congruent to second angle and second angle is congruent to third angle, then first angle is congruent to third angle.
Question number 8. In a figure, line PS is transversal of parallel lines AB and line CD. If ray QX, ray QY, ray RX and ray RY are angle bisectors, then prove that quadrilateral QXRY is a rectangle.
Here, Line AB is parallel to line CD. Line PS is the transversal. Ray QX is given bisector of angle AQR. Ray QI is the bisector of angle BQR. Ray RX is given bisector of angle QRC, and ray RY is the bisector of angle QRD. What I have to prove? I have to prove quadrilateral QXRY is the rectangle. When quadrilateral will become rectangle? If all the angles are right angles. It means I have to prove all angles of quadrilateral QXRY measures 90 degree. Okay, first one, statement number 1. Ray QX is the bisector of angle AQR, therefore this is L, this is also L. RX is the bisector, this is QY is the bisector, therefore this is M, this one is also M. RX is the bisector, therefore this is N, this is also N. RY is the bisector, therefore this is angle T, let it be T. So here I have assumed all these angles. Okay, so and AQX is equal to XQR is equal to L. BQY YQR is equal to M. This is QRX and XRCN, and QRY and YRD as T. Now consider angle AQR. See angle AQR, that is L plus L. How much it is? 2L. Similarly BQR is 2L. QRC, QRC, N plus N, 2L. And QRD is T plus T, that is 2T degree. Now, this one. I will consider these angles. This is A, Q, R, and this one is BQR. What type of angles are these? These are linear pair angles. Measure of this angle is 2L. Measure of angle BQR is 2M. 2L plus 2M is equal to 180 degree. Dividing throughout by 2, I will get L plus M is equal to 90 degree. But what is L plus M? This is angle XQY. Its measure is L plus M, and therefore what I will get? Angle XQY L plus M is equal to 90 degree. Now I will consider these angles. What are these angles? Q, R, C and QRD. Angle QRC and angle QRD. This is angle QRC, this one is angle QRD. They form linear pair. Linear pair angles are supplementary. This is 2N, this is 2T. Therefore 2N plus 2T is equal to 180 degree. Dividing throughout by 2, what I will get? N plus T is equal to 90 degree. But look at the figure. N plus T is nothing but this angle. What is the name of this angle? Name of this angle is XRY, and therefore what I will get? Angle XRY is equal to N plus T is equal to 90 degree. Now I will consider these two angles. This is AQR and this one is QRC. This is how much? 2L. This is how much? 2N. What type of angles are these? They form pair of interior angles. And we know that when lines are parallel, interior angles are supplementary. Therefore, angle AQR plus angle QRC is equal to 180 degree. Measure of this angle is 2L. Measure of this angle is 2N. Therefore, 2L plus 2N is equal to 180 degree. Dividing throughout by 2, what I will get? L plus N is equal to 90 degree. Understood? Now I will consider triangle QXR. This is triangle QXR. This one is L. This one is N. And what I proved? L plus N is equal to 90 degree. So, sum of measures of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree, gives me measure of this angle is equal to, angle X is equal to 180 degree minus L plus N. But how much is L plus N? L plus N is 90 degree. Therefore, measure of angle X is equal to 180 minus 90 is equal to 90 degree. Finally, I will consider quadrilateral Q, X, R, Y. Angle Q is 90 degree. I have proved in statement 7. Angle R is equal to 90 degree. I have proved in statement 9. Angle X is equal to 90 degree. I have proved in statement 11. So what did I prove? 3 angles are right angles. So definitely remaining angle of quadrilateral is also 90 degree. In quadrilateral Q, X, R, Y, angle X, angle Q, angle R, all are equal to 90 degree from statement 7, 9 and 11. So angle Y, which one is remaining angle? That angle will be 90 degree. And since all angles of quadrilateral Q, X, R, Y, I have proved right angles. And therefore, quadrilateral Q, X, R, Y is a rectangle. Today we have solved problem set 2 thoroughly. This, as far as 10th standard is concerned, this part is very important. Thoroughly revise each and every examples so that you will find it easy in your next study. Thank you.